G'day folks, here we are at the first part of the blues course. Now these first few lessons are sort of a bridging course, if you like, between my starter pack and the more advanced sections later on improvisation. Now the reason that I'm doing this is because I'm aware that there's people coming to this with various levels of expertise. So I wanted to make this course accessible to people that can already play, people that have done the starter pack course, but also to people that are more advanced even, that have been playing for some time and that aspire to being able to really improvise well. And so I use a lot of very advanced improvisational concepts and compositional techniques later on in the course. What we're doing now, before that, is getting ourselves ready for that, if you like, just by getting to play a little bit. I'm using some of the concepts that we talk about later on without explaining them too much, because we do quite a bit of theory later on in the course, and it's important when you get to there that you've played it a little bit and you've already heard it and you've already experienced it and you've already done it, before you go and try and wrap your head around what's going on. If you try and get your head into some of this stuff when it's absolutely new and you've never played it or heard it or anything like that before, it can be more difficult. So the idea with these few lessons early on is to give you something to play, first of all. Right? You've signed up for a course, you want to play some blues. That's what we're doing here. It's still about improvising, it's still about jamming and doing your thing and making stuff up. I'm not showing you how to play a particular tune. I've got all my YouTube lessons for that. Other people have got YouTube lessons for that as well. This is still about learning to jam, but it's not so heavy. It's not as thorough and complete, and but it's just not so sort of involved. Anyway, you'll find out more when you do them. All right, now this first one, I'm going to have a look at some of the really basic techniques that you're going to use for some of these other lessons. So sit back and let's get started, eh? Okay, notice what you can see now is one hand, two hands. Two hands, we've got two hands. We play guitar with two hands. With our right hand, I make some money for show. Sorry. With our right hand, we pick. Whether we're finger picking or flat picking or strumming or whatever, we make the sound with our pick. With our left hand, we determine the pitch of the sound. So with no left hand, it's open, it's got that pitch. Well, we do determine the pitch with our right hand, depending on what string we pick, but really it's more of a rhythmic thing here. And here, by following the dots, we can make melodies. Now, following the dots, if your dots are on the 3rd fret, the 5th fret, the 7th fret, the 10th fret, let's skip that one for now, the 10th fret and the 12th fret, then you're laughing, because that is a minor pentatonic scale. If you've got one on the 9th fret as well, that's fine, and that will help you play this note here when you need to later, but you don't need it for now. Okay, so don't need that. Just those dots you can see there will give you your first scale without even having to worry about knowing that you even need one. Okay, so we're following the dots. So all the licks and riffs and various melodies that we play in the first part, let's get rid of that, in this first part of the course here, just around the dots. We'll learn later on to name the notes and how they function together and how they function with each other and all that sort of stuff. And we'll get into some pretty heavy theory about it. But for now, just need to know that there are dots, and the dots are our friend. Of particular use to us when playing the blues are that dot and that dot, because they're our chords. Hopefully you know that much already. If you've done a starter pack, you know that much. If you've played any blues at all, you know that much. If you've played any 3-chord songs, you know that much. And even though this is an introductory lesson, we're not starting from scratch. If you need to start from scratch, you need to get the starter pack. So you already know how to play blues, how to play a 12-bar. we'll discuss later on some of the more interesting aspects of the 12-bar progression, but hopefully by now you at least know how to play it. So there's that one and that one, they're important dots. This one here is an important dot, that first one on the 3rd fret. We've got our open string, that one, and that one, which give us the chord fragment. And we've got these ones, which sound a bit bluesy, don't they? I use the word often tension and release, resolve. Okay, so a common thing to do is play that because it's funky, and then play that because you need to resolve that. You can't just stay there. Okay, you have to go somewhere. That's where you go. How you get there is determined by your right hand. So a lot of what we look at throughout the course, and particularly this early stuff, is to do with your right hand rhythms and grooves. So there we go. Follow the dots. Can't go wrong. Cheers. Have fun.